Hi guys, welcome back to Rock Fabulous 40s, and today I'm going to do a haul for you guys, and it's kind of a big haul. It's a collective haul, bunches of stuff, so this might take a little while. But before I jump into that, let me just first say forgive the way I look tonight. I usually try to film on the weekends and I have more time to actually do my makeup and get ready and all that kind of stuff. Well, today I was running really late this morning, so I just slapped whatever on my face this morning, and this is just kind of how I went to work. Well, minus the ponytail. This is how I went to work. Then after work I went and I worked out with my trainer, hence the really bad tank top and the ponytail. And this is, I threw a little lip gloss on before I filmed so I didn't look dead on camera, but you know, this is me. This is essentially it. Anyways, also I am, like I said, working with a trainer. I'm, doing a diet, trying to lose a couple of pounds. Actually, I want to lose about 20 if I can. And so far I've already lost 6, so woohoo, makes me excited. I get so excited when I see the numbers, start to drop down a little bit. Anyways, if you guys want to know what my diet and exercise plan consists of, or if you want me to do, a type of lifestyle-ish type video like that, just let me know. I'd be happy to do that for you. Anyways, jumping right into the haul because this is going to take quite a while. I'm going to start with the high-end stuff, and I'm going to start with the stuff that I picked up from Sephora. Okay, so some of the stuff I have tried, and I can do little mini reviews for you guys. Some of the stuff I'll have bigger reviews coming up later on my channel, or maybe the reviews have already posted, not sure yet. And some of the stuff I haven't tried at all. So, like I said, there is a lot. I'm going to start with the stuff I got from Sephora and Ulta, and then I'm going to move on to the stuff I got from TJMaxx, and then I'm going to go right into more of the drugstore stuff. So, starting with Sephora. Alright, so at Sephora I picked up the new Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Quad, this guy here, and I got the one in Plum. And I've used this actually once so far. I haven't used it a whole lot yet, but I really like it. When I first saw these quads, I saw that these colors are just absolutely right up my alley. And I just absolutely love these shades. They're beautiful shades. I will, however, say that they are, as I'm swatching them here, they are just a little bit powdery. I mean, the colors are gorgeous. They blend well. I mean, they're nice shadows. They really are. But they are a little powdery, so you want to make sure that when you use them, you tap your brush off so you don't get a whole lot of fallout. But other than that, great shadows. Totally worth the money for this quad. I'm so glad I picked it up. Alright, so the next thing I picked up at Sephora is the Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline pencil. This guy right here, and mine is in the color Walk of Shame, which is a nude color, and I love this guy. Now, I don't know if the video has already posted or not, but I do have a video coming up, if it hasn't already posted, about eyeliners and contact lens wearers. And I have an issue with a lot of eyeliners that I try to wear on my waterline, and this one has actually been really amazing so far. It doesn't budge. It goes in my waterline, it doesn't move, it doesn't smear, it doesn't like leak outside of my waterline and collect in the corners. This is a great liner, and I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to get the black one. I forgot what the name of the color is, but I'm going to go back and get some more of these guys because I really like them. Alright, the next thing I picked up at Sephora is an Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. It's their eyeshadow primer potion. This one is in the color Enigma, which is more of a skin colored. I really like what they've done to the packaging as compared to the old packaging. Do you guys remember the really old packaging that was in like that hard, I guess it was kind of like an hourglass shape, and you couldn't ever get the last of the product out? It had the little doe foot applicator, and you could never get the last of the product because it never reached the bottom, and that the case was, the packaging was so hard. And then they changed it to the squeezy tube, which I really like the squeezy tube, but now they've got the doe foot applicator again, but it's in a squeezy tube, so it's the best of both worlds. And I really like this primer. The color, like I said, the color Enigma is a skin colored primer, so it cancels out a lot of the red or blue that you might that you might have going on your eyelids. And I really like it. I mean, I like the Urban Decay shadow primer potions anyway, but this one in Enigma, this one is becoming my new favorite. I really like this guy a lot. Alright, and then the last thing I picked up at Sephora is the Sephora Radiant Luminizing Drops. Looks like this guy looks like this guy. It is this guy. It's this guy right here. And what this is, it's a liquid illuminizer, and it's got, you know, your little dropper here. Let me go ahead and pick some up. And this is one of those luminizing liquids that you can either mix in with the foundation to make your foundation a bit more luminous, or you can just use a little bit of it and just pat it onto the areas, or use a small stipple brush and stipple it onto the areas where you want a highlight, like on the tops of the cheekbones, down the bridge of the nose, that kind of thing, the Cupid's bow. It is very, very lightweight. And the one that I have is kind of the pinkish one. They had like 2 or 3 different. The one I have is called Starlight. They had, I think, a white one and a tan one as well. And they remind me a little bit of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector liquids that I love so much, just not quite as thick as those. I think that those are just a bit thicker. This is a lot thinner of a formula. And it's really a nice product. I really like it. So far, you know, a lot of the Sephora brand products I've tried, I've actually really been happy with. So, you know, Sephora actually makes a really good brand, and they're just so, I guess they're the underdog. They're so underrated. You never hear a whole lot of people talking about them. All right, moving on to Ulta. Those are all the things I got from Sephora. So now moving on to Ulta. Of course, as soon as it came out, I had to jump on the Lorac Pro. The Lorac Pro 2 I already have, and it's one of my all-time favorite palettes of life. The shadows are creamy and blendable and so pigmented. I just absolutely love the Lorac Pro 2. I don't have the 1, but I will. I'm going to get the 1. Anyway, so this guy is more of your rosy tone and neutral shades. And just like your Lorac Pro 1 and 2, you have a row of all matte and a row of all shimmer. And I've swatched these, but I actually haven't tried to use them in a look yet. I haven't worn them yet. And for the most part, they all swatch amazingly, just like you would expect Lorac Pro shadows to swatch. And there's really only one shadow in here I'm not real thrilled with, and it's this one right here called Medallion. He looks really, really pretty in the pan, and when you swatch him on your finger, he looks really pretty there. But then when you actually swatch him, it's like, where'd he go? There's just not a whole lot to him. So he is the only one that I'm not real thrilled with. He's a bit chunky. The rest of them are all the Lorac Pro palette type shadows that we've all come to love. Alright, also from Ulta, I picked up a couple of these brand new NYX Plush lip gels or gel lipsticks. These guys here, I picked up 2. I have tried to wear them. You notice I said try. And I will have reviews coming up on these later on my channel, because this is something that I want to discuss a little more in depth, because I don't know, I've got kind of mixed feelings about these right now, and I need to wear them more to really determine how I feel about them. So I will have a more in-depth review on these NYX Plush gel lipsticks later on. Alright, so next I'm going to move on to Nordstrom Rack. And Nordstrom Rack, I did pick up one product at Nordstrom Rack that I'm pretty happy about, and I'm not sure if this is a continued item. I think it might be. Nordstrom Rack is like the, what do you call it? The outlet store for Nordstrom. I couldn't think of the word outlet. And so I picked up this Tori Birch eyeshadow palette, and this is in the palette called Catch, and they had 3 different ones at Nordstrom Rack. And I saw this guy and thought, beautiful. So I had to pick it up. And again, I have not yet worn these. It does come with a little brush here, which is little, but it does feel kind of soft. And it's got a really decent sized mirror here, and then 6 shades. Now, like I said, I haven't actually worn these yet, but I have swatched them. The colors are soft, beautiful, pigmented, I mean, just gorgeous, gorgeous colors. So I'm excited to give this one a whirl. And I picked this up at Nordstrom Rack. I'm not exactly sure how much Tori Birch palettes normally go for, but I picked this guy up for $12. So, you know, I thought that was a pretty good deal for this guy. Next, moving on to TJMaxx. Now, for those of you who know what TJMaxx is TJMaxx and Marshalls and Ross. They're all kind of the same thing in a way. I think they might even be owned by the same company, I'm not sure. But when you find products in those stores such as TJMaxx, they're usually products that have been discontinued or are about to be discontinued. And normally you have really good luck finding these things in a TJMaxx. So a couple of the things I picked up in TJMaxx, I picked up 2 Kat Von D Shade and Light blush palettes. And I picked these up for $5.99 each at TJMaxx. Now I know, at least I'm pretty sure that they have discontinued these. These are in the colors, let's see, Mickey and Malory and Morticia and Gomez. And like I said, I am pretty sure that they've discontinued these because I've heard a whole lot of negativity going on about these blushes and about how the formula wasn't all of that, about how the formula wasn't good and how they were dry and chalky. So I haven't worn these yet, so I can't really tell you exactly how the formula is when you wear it on your cheeks. I have only swatched them, and I mean, okay, so what I've heard online from people regarding these blushes is that they say they feel very, very dry and chalky. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, I mean, they're not the most creamy, but I don't feel that they feel terribly, terribly dry. I mean, okay, maybe a little bit, but it's not horrid. Hold on. Oh, maybe this one's a little more drier than the other one, but yeah, so it's not horrid by any means. And they're pretty pigmented if you take a look at that. Okay. So, I mean, they're not bad, and for $5.99, I mean, really, I might not pay, what were they, $25, maybe $30 for them originally. I might not pay that for them because of the formula is a bit dry, but for $5.99, hell, why not? Alright, and then also, crunch, then also at TJMaxx, I picked up some Stila Magnificent Metals, and I've never tried these before, and there are occasions when I do want to wear glittery products on my lids or, you know, somewhere else on my body, like Halloween. So I picked up 3 of the Stila Magnificent Metals, and I got them in the colors Metallic Peach, which is this guy right here. And then I also have, let's see, Metallic Violet, which is this guy right here. And I also have Metallic Rose Quartz, this guy right here. And these also came with the mixing medium with the little dropper. You can like take the mixing medium in the dropper, you take a little bit of the product, you put it in a little pan, you mix it up, and it's supposed to adhere the foils to your eyes. These are not glitters, these are more like foils, I mean seriously. And so I was kind of excited to find these at TJMaxx, and these were like $2.99 each with the trays and the mixing medium. So, you know, I thought that was a pretty good deal there, so I went ahead and I picked these guys up. So $3 a piece, so $9 for 3 Magnificent Metals. I think that's a pretty good deal. Alright, so moving right along, things that I picked up at Walmart. And I'm going to go through these kind of quickly because there's not really a whole lot to review. A couple of them I will have reviews coming up later on, but for the most part, the rest of it's not really review worthy. And what I can actually review, I will do for you right now. Alright, so I picked up a couple of the shadow shields. These little guys here, they're the little shields that go under your eye to catch the fallout from your eyeshadow. They also help you do your winged liner as well, so you have kind of a guide. They can also help you stay in the lines with your lips. I've never used them on the lips. I use them under my eyes to catch fallout as well as trying to trace out my wing, and that works pretty well. Alright, then I also picked up the Superstay Better Skin Transforming Powder, and you guys have already seen my review online regarding this guy, and I will link it down below, but you know, story made short, it's a pretty good powder. Alright, then I picked up this blending brush. This guy right here. This is the Revlon blending brush. I picked him up at Walmart. he was on the clearance rack, so he was only like $2 for him, and I totally understand why. This guy, I've tried to use him for powder, and it says on the packaging you can use it for liquid, you can use it for powder, you can use it for whatever. So I tried to use it for liquid foundation. No go. The bristles are too sparse, just too far apart, too soft, doesn't work for liquids. I tried using it for powder. No go. I tried using it for blush. It was horrible. And not only was it horrible, but every single time I used it, it shed all over my face. This left little bristles all over my face every time I used it. And then even after I washed it, it was still shedding. And it just, this is not a good brush, guys. I am not impressed with these Revlon brushes. So yeah, not great. Then also at Walmart, I picked up the 5-pair pack of the Salon Perfect 110 lashes. These guys right here, they were $4. And I wear the 110s regularly anyway in the Ardell's, and the Salon Perfect and the Ardell are pretty much their number of lashes, like the 110s and the Ardell's are exactly the same as the 110 and the Salon Perfect. So I really like the Salon Perfect, and typically for just one pair it cost about $3. So to get 5 pair for $4, pretty good deal. So I'm excited about those. I picked up a couple of new Maybelline lipsticks. I picked up the Romantic Rose lipstick, the guy that comes in the little purple cap here. And this is just your standard creamy formula Maybelline lipstick. I love the Maybelline lipstick formulas. They have such a great feel to the lips. Even the matte ones do. I just really like them. So this one is number 450 Romantic Rose. And then I picked up one of the bold ones. They have the new bold collection, and this is in 770 Mauve, this guy here. And I only picked up just the one because none of the other colors actually really interested me that well. Okay, so that's Mauve. So I'm excited to try him, and he does feel really creamy when I swatch him out. I haven't tried him on the lips yet, but I'm dying to. And it does have that Maybelline kind of light, sweet kind of smell to them. So just your standard, you know, Maybelline lipsticks, but in the bold. Alright, then I also picked up a L'Oreal Voluminous Original, and the only reason why I picked this guy up is because he was on the clearance rack for $2. He is the purple one. He's a really deep, dark purple. He looks lighter in the camera, but I promise you he's a deep, dark purple. And you know what, guys? I wear this guy all the freaking time. Oh, I love him. I'll put a black mascara on first, and then I'll put this over the top, and it makes him a little bit deeper, a little bit darker. But purple is phenomenal for making brown eyes stand out. So I am just so loving this, and he doesn't smudge, he doesn't budge, he doesn't move off my lashes. So I am really happy about this guy here. So again, this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara, but this one is in the purple one. Then I also picked up some brand new, Maybelline's coming out with a lot of brand new stuff here recently. I picked up a couple of the brand new Color Tattoo Eye Chromes. These guys are right here. And I will have more in-depth reviews coming up on these on my channel later on. I do want to get some testing, some really good testing done out of them before I actually review them. I haven't even worn them yet. So I want to make sure I wear them quite a bit, and like I said, really give them a good go before I jump on and review them. These are really bad swatches, I am so sorry. Alright, so the colors I have here, this bottom one here is called Foo's Gold, and then I have Gilded Rose, which is the middle one, and then the last one is Silver Spark, is this one here. So Foo's Gold, Gilded Rose, Silver Spark. So yeah, I'm excited to wear these guys, and like I said, I will give you guys a more in-depth review after I've worn them for a while. Okay, still moving on. I know this has been kind of a lengthy video, but still moving on. One last thing I want to share with you guys, and then I'm going to jump on to a different video and do a different haul. This is getting too long. I don't want to make you guys sit through it all. So I'll show you one last thing, and then I'll record a part 2, and I'll upload that at a later time. Alright, so the last thing I want to show you guys is this Bitsy palette. Now I picked this guy up at Sally's Beauty Supply, and what Sally's is doing now is they have these little palettes that you can get if you purchase 4 of their eyeshadow pans. So their palette comes with this little brush, which the brush is totally worthless, but it's got a really good sized mirror in here, and then you can purchase 4 shadows. Now the shadows were like $1.60 each for 4 shadows, and then you get the free palette. You get to pick one out of like 2 or 3 different designs. And so I picked out the 4 shadows that I like the most, and I got my palette. I have not tried to wear the shadows yet. I don't know how well they're going to do. I mean, pigment wise, they're not too terribly bad, but they're not great either. They do feel, you know, kind of powdery, but I'll let you guys know how that goes. I mean, the whole thing was $2.468, less than $8 for this with palette and 4 shadows. So, you know, that's pretty darn good. Actually, it was like $6 and change. So, yeah, pretty cool. Alright guys, so that's all I got for right now. So stay tuned for part 2, which I'll upload at another time. Part 2 will consist of things that I picked up at Walgreens, CVS, and the Dollar Tree. And it's not near as many products as I just like loaded you guys down with just now, but you know, there are some more that I want to bring up and show you guys. So, alright, well guys, I hope you found this video entertaining. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Also, you can look me up on my website at www.rockfabulousonline.com. You can look me up on Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, all under Rock Fabulous 40s. And guys, also don't forget to hit subscribe down there somewhere, and you too can rock your fabulous 40s, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.